How's it going, guys? So, to be honest with you, I didn't think I need to do this, but I want to preface what I'm about to say by saying that something that I've said many times before. The Israeli government and the land of Israel are not the same thing. The Israeli government and the land of Israel slash the Jewish people or the people of Israel are not the same thing. With that said, guys, tonight, supposedly, allegedly, the Israeli government would like to call itself the Israeli government. This government that sits in Israel has signed a deal with what are essentially orcs. Orcs, like these are beings that are created in a factory, in an orc factory. They were born human and they were turned into orcs. If you guys ever watched Lord of the Rings, please research what orcs are. So this government that sits in Israel, it doesn't really necessarily represent the people of Israel or the land of Israel, exchanged three of these orcs, these murderous orcs that were in prisons, in Israeli prisons, for every one Jew. And in this case, out of 240 Jews that are being held in tunnels of these orcs, supposedly 50 will be released. So 150 orcs. And from what I understand, these orcs are female and young boys who were not charged with murder. They were only charged with attempted murder and were stopped from murdering by some miracle. But, that's basically, who they are. That's basically the conditions, right? So, on top of that, the orcs that are going to receive them, the orcs who stole our citizens, our Jews, are going to get anywhere between a 4 and 5 day respite so that they can rearm. And which obviously will put Jewish lives in danger. Soldiers, citizens, you name it, guys. Guys, I just want to tell you at this point, what I'm telling you guys right now, I've been saying these kind of things with regards to the government that sits in Israel from the beginning. And a lot of people cursed me out, blocked me, told me that I am fomenting disunity. I just want to tell you guys, at this point, I don't really care about your false perception of what unity is supposed to be. Because you don't understand what unity is. Like, I'm happy to have unity with my fellow Jews. I don't really care your political persuasion. Excuse me. I don't care if you're left, right, center, religious, secular, hard left. I'm happy to have unity with you, right? The people who I don't want to have, so to speak, unity with are these creatures that run this supposed government that sits in Israel. They have Jewish last names, but these people are not, as far as I'm concerned, they're not Jewish. You can call me whatever names you want. Again, you can block me, you can hate me, Honestly, guys, I don't think many people understand who the Erev Rav are. These people are not Jews, they are Erev Rav. Our sages explain in the Zohar that Erev Rav are probably even worse than our enemies, than Ishmael themselves, than the Arabs themselves. That they are the entity that stops the redemption from happening. They are the entity that actually actively works to stop the ultimate redemption from happening, from the Geulah, from the Mashiach coming. My friends, the same person who's at the helm of this entity in 2011 released 1,017 of these orcs, not 150, not 3 to 1, 1,017, 1017 of these orcs from one Jewish soldier, Gilad Shalit. One of those orcs, by the name of Yahya Sinwar, he had cancer. He was treated for cancer in an Israeli hospital, and then he went back to doing what he does best, which is being an orc. And guess what he ended up doing, guys? He planned this recent attack, this massacre. So I just want to tell you guys, all those you have been telling me, Tzvi, now is not the time for this discussion. My friends, I hope you understand now, if you didn't understand at the beginning of this whole debacle, back then, on October 8th, that now is precisely the time for this discussion. If you still don't understand what I'm saying, go back, this is going to be recorded. Go back and re-listen to this video 9 more times. Like, keep listening to it over and over and over again, what I'm saying. If you still don't understand, I can't help you guys. Guys, I'm going to leave you with this one thought and or question. Again, maybe it's maybe like a infantile or maybe naive question, maybe childlike question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Why did it take this government? I'll rephrase it. When we didn't have the quandary of hostages, right? Of our own hostages being in tunnels under Gaza. Why did we not eliminate Hamas? Meaning, why was daily rockets for 18 years not enough of a red line against our citizens for this supposed government to go in and eliminate Hamas like they're trying to do now? Why was that not a red line, but gutting our citizens like fish a red line? My friends, I really want you to think long and hard. And again, if you tell me now's not the time for this question, now's precisely the time for this question, guys. Because right now, a lot of people are saying, Tzvi, it's not an easy answer to what you're asking, to what in terms of the hostages, to what you're talking about. People want their families, family members back. I understand that. Obviously, by doing this, we're putting more Jews in harm's way. It's a different conversation, or is it? But, so, they waited until we were gutted like fish. They waited until we have this quandary to where we're fighting a war and simultaneously having to negotiate about and figure out how the hell to get people out of our own people out of captivity. Why didn't this government do anything for guys? For 18 years, with the exception of this whole Gilad Shalit fiasco. Take away that. Okay, so let's just say Gilad Shalit was released in 2011. Okay, for 12 years, guys, rockets at Tel Aviv, at the south of Israel, at Sderot, at Ashkelon, and Ashdod, at Beersheba, sometimes even at Jerusalem, was not enough of a red line. Guys, we should be going out into the streets and storming the Bastille for this. I'm uniting with you. I want to have unity with you. I don't want to have unity with these creatures that are supposedly claiming to represent us. Folks, we should make them drown in the sea. Do you understand? Now is the time for this discussion. Precisely now. And afterwards, there's not going to be anything. They're not going to investigate themselves. Why? Ask yourself that question. Why did they not? Why was that not a red line? Why was this a red line? To wait until there's a quandary, to wait until there's a gutting, like on Pier 17, where they're just gutting fish in Manhattan. Guys, you may think that I'm asking these questions and I'm making this video with, because I'm emotional, because I'm this, I'm that. Guys, I'm literally trying to appeal to your logic and reason, because I feel like there is no logic and reason among the nation of Israel, among the Jewish people. I really feel like people's brains have been removed from their heads, from their skulls. Now's not the time. We can't question. Guys, it's like illegal to question the government. It's against halacha or something? My friends, I'm happy to unite with you, my brothers and sisters. Left, right, center, religious, secular, extreme left, I don't care. It's fine. It's all good. But you need to understand, the people that are claiming to be our leaders, they are not even Jewish. They are Erev Rav. Some of them are Jewish, some of them who, they're trying to do the right thing. Ben Gvir, people like Ben Gvir, Simcha Rothman, other people. But as you can see, nobody's listening to them. This one guy comes out and says, we should do certain things in Gaza. It sounds extreme what he proposed, this religious guy, and everybody condemned him. Folks, ask yourself that question. Ask yourself why this was, whatever was happening prior to this attack was not a red line for them. It's a huge red line. Rockets at your civilians. Not destroying the entity that throws them for 12 years, or even 18 years. And why being gutted like fish was a red line. My friends, now is precisely the time for this discussion. If you don't understand that, then you're too stupid to listen to this video and get the hell off my page. I'm sorry. To quote my mother, I hate stupid people. I don't like to think that you guys are stupid. Anyway, guys, this is I don't even know what to say. Let's hope for miracles. Let's hope that our enemies break the ceasefire, the so-called ceasefire, which is really a chudna. You know what a chudna is in Islam? It's the temporary cessation of hostilities for the purpose of the rearmament. This is what they're doing. They're following their halacha. We're not following our halacha, guys. And let's hope there's a miracle. It's the month of Kislev. Hanukkah's coming up. Yotes Kislev, 19th of Kislev. New year of Hasidus is coming up. All we can do is pray for miracles, guys, because clearly, we... Astounding. No words. Just no words. All right, guys. Talk to you later.